very important to love our enemies, to love our wives. We have another obligation in Torah, and that's to walk in love. And I really never paid attention to this, to be honest with you. And all the time I've read the scriptures and all the time I've looked over the scriptures, I knew to walk in peace. But walking in love, that's completely different. It's not the same thing. Walking in peace means I'm going to mind my own business, and when I hear things that I don't necessarily like, I'm going to mind my own business and keep my mouth shut. Walking in peace. I'm not going to stir the cup of whatever's going on. I'm not going to stir the pot, so to say. But in Ephesians 5:1-2, it says, "Therefore be imitators of God as dear children, and walk in love as Messiah also has loved us, and given himself for us, an offering, a sacrifice to God for a sweet-smelling aroma." I probably read that umpteen times. If anybody can come up with a number for what umpteen is, let me know. But I've read over that time and time again, and it never really clicked with me. But us, being imitators of God, walking in love, which if you think about what Messiah's love meant to the world, to all of mankind, that's what our love's supposed to be. Our love is supposed to be the willingness to lay down self for someone you may not even know. To lay down self for someone who may despise you. Think about that for a minute. Lay down yourself for someone who despises you. How many of you could easily accomplish that feat? I am not raising my hand. That is not easy. But if you think about it, Messiah walked all the way to his death, being spit upon, his beard being yanked out, people yelling at him and hitting him, being punched by Romans, the whole way to the top of that mountain, the whole way being nailed to a cross. The image in his mind of a unified world. A unified Jerusalem, a unified world. An image that he saw in his mind. That my death is going to lead to peace in this world. That's the way we're supposed to think too. We're supposed to think, if I lay down myself, what more can I accomplish for the kingdom? And God's been weighing heavy on that with me for the past few weeks. Stop doing things that have no kingdom purpose. Lay down the things that have no purpose in furthering his kingdom. And when we went to First Fruits of Zion, that was a big issue. Laying down all these things that, and I'm not even going to get into how many hours of television I watched, but when I did the math, I was astounded as to how many days a year I watched television. I walked in the house and SpongeBob SquarePants was on the television and I shut it off because it serves no purpose for my children to watch SpongeBob SquarePants aside of listening to the Torah, listening to Missy or I teach them the Torah. What's SpongeBob going to teach them? You don't want to know.